Alrighty, we are live. And let me get the thingo up. There it is. Beautiful. Alright, we are here for game two. Game two of the season. Nets Raptors. It's a big game. I think Joe Harris is back because he's not on the injury report. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on that one. Hold on a minute. Yep. Alrighty. So Joe Harris is in. Believe he's not starting though, which makes a lot of sense. Let's have a look. Yep. Same starting five as the other day. I don't know why that just went down. Or up, should I say. There we go. So the starting lineup remains the same. The problem with the other day was a lot of things, but the main reason is defense. Also couldn't score offensively, especially at the start of the game when we most needed it. Obviously, if you couldn't get stops, you needed to score, and we couldn't do either for the most part, apart from Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was our best player by a country mile, had 4 blocks and 32 points. You can't really ask for much more from your franchise player. But Kyrie Irving really needed to lift, and we're going to need a bit more support from him tonight. And we've also got Joe Harris back, which is a really good sign, a welcome sign, I have to say. Yeah, so good stuff there. Trying to think. Yes, the Raptors are an interesting matchup. I need to see their starting lineup. We've also got the new jerseys, which is awesome. Starting lineup for the Raptors is going to be Anunoby, Siakam, Barnes, Trenton, Van Vliet. Same starting five as the team that set to the court against the Cavaliers on 2 days ago, so Thursday or Wednesday opening night. It's going to be a really tough match because I do think we didn't cope very well with the matchups the other week. And this team is very well rounded. They are very tall and lengthy. So it's going to be much tougher to get shots up, and you really need to ensure that you're pinging the ball around. I do think, though, that we've got some... Well, last season we wouldn't have been able to cope with this team because of how small we were in the backcourt. But now I think... there's a little bit more flexibility that can be done. But yeah, welcomed sign there. But still, we've got to lift in a number of categories. Defense, rebounding, because we gave away too many offensive boards on in the first game against the Pels. And turnovers, especially in the first half, we were pretty lackluster. So I'm looking for improvements in all those departments. I do think, despite us having, 4 preseason games to work things out, I do think that game that we played the other night we fell victim to being a new team, and I also didn't think we coped well with the pressure at all. So, obviously, all points that need to be improved. But yeah. I mean, some people will overreact and say Ben Simmons is shit. Well, he was shit, and I'm not going to shy away from that fact. But still, it's only the first game of the season, and I do think he will slowly ease into his element. Yeah. So Steve Nash did say that the Nets are trying to set new standards and start the game with more intent and more decisiveness. We couldn't have been any further away from that in the first game of the year. Yeah. Steve Nash has also not said whether or not Joe Harris will be on a minutes restriction. I am not sure about that. And yeah, it's down to how Joe feels, basically. Um, but yeah, some extractions to take from the other game. The other day, I do think Nick Claxton in that second quarter was good. Um, really good. He had a bit of a scoring punch, got to the basket, got some fouls going his way, and you know, did very well in that department. I do think Royce O'Neal defensively was very active and very strong. So if he can just keeping on and provide on that side of the ball, he did have a few buckets as well on the offensive end. So it wasn't like he was doing absolutely nothing. But yeah, and then Kevin Durant. Patty Mills also off the bench at about 16. He had 4 threes. You do not complain with that because, you know, has been slated at the start of the season. But yeah. So I'm expecting. Well, we need a bit of fire from Patty. We need things to happen with him on the court. Given defensively, he does give up a lot of size. So we'll see how we go in this game. But we are closing in on a start for the Nets. Raptors. And yeah, we shouldn't be too far away. The Raptors are always a tough fixture, though. Always a tough fixture. It's not going to be easy by any stretch. We've got to work things out. All right. So about 5 minutes away, I reckon, from tip-off. Put your predictions in the chat. Whew, okay. Big game. Big game, though. We need a response, and we need it bad. Defense is going to be the starting point, though. I also think, yeah, we need basically everything. We need offense to be strong. We need defense to be strong. I think it starts on the offensive end, though. We need to get into some good sets early. And hopefully that'll make it much tougher for the Raps to, get anything going. Yeah. So we've also got a number of other fixtures running at the same time as this one, so we will keep track of those. Not that it really matters for much early in the season, but it's just good to keep track, I guess. You've got the Bulls and the Wizards currently in a tight tussle in the first quarter. The Pels are dominating Charlotte. They're going to be very good this season. And also the Spurs have a 10-point lead over the Indiana Pacers. So, yeah, that's the gist of things. Alrighty, but we are about to get underway. Alrighty. It is time. It is that time. Okay. We hop over to our typical setup. And we should be ready to go very, very shortly. Hopefully with no lag. Alrighty. Whoo! Here we go. Also got Fantasy Watch happening here. Need to see how my teams are performing, or players are performing. Alrighty. Need a response, fellas. Need a response. The jerseys look fire. We're wearing those black ones with just the white text. It's pretty simple, pretty minimalistic, but regardless, I do think simple looks better. But also, you know, your iconic jerseys of the NBA are a little bit more than that, much more closely linked with the team name. You think the Raptors, you think of that purple Raptors jersey. The Wolves, you've got that. I don't really know how to explain theirs, but there's a little bit more going on. I'll say it that way. Anyway, we're about to get going in this game. Exciting stuff. Here we go. Alrighty. So the game about to tip off. It will be Claxton and Siakam in the jump ball. You could honestly put like 3 Raptors players in the jump. Depending on their athleticism, and it looks like Scotty Barnes, no. Yeah, Scotty Barnes is in the jump. Here we go. And it is won by the Raptors, and we're off and running. Van Vliet to Siakam. Back to Van Vliet. Anunoby, it's going to be a travel. So early turnover for the Raptors. Not forced by the Nets, but it's a good start nonetheless. Here we go. So O'Neal with the side out. So Simmons. He has KD open top of the key, but he didn't use him. And now O'Neal to Durant. Screen by O'Neal in the switch with Trent on him. Kyrie behind the back. Good pump fake. Got it! First points for the Nets. And it's through Kyrie. After a terrible offensive shooting performance. He's going to need to see some shots fall early. And it couldn't have happened any better. Nearly a turnover. Anunoby hits the deck. Trent floater is good. And they've got their first 2 points of the game. Kyrie. Screen by Clax. Van Vliet stays with him. And now Simmons. Handoff to Kyrie. Bounce pass to Ben is intercepted by Van Vliet, and they're in transition. Bounce pass to Siakam, extra feed. Barnes got it. 4-2 Raps, early going, first quarter. And as we just saw there, Ben. Oh, why did you stop, man? O'Neal misses the floater. Claxton offensive board. Kick out to KD. Catch and shoot 3 is off. That's well long. And now Van Vliet. Oh, Anunoby fumbled it over the line. And it's going to be Raptors ball, despite that. Well, we saw that previous play that the Raptors scored. The turnovers are going to be, well, a major talking point as to who wins this game. So that's going to be the key. Cannot be undisciplined in any way, shape, or form. So a side out here for Anunoby. And now Siakam. Van Vliet and the switch. Claxton guarding. And now to Siakam in the post on O'Neal. Isolation. Siakam, good turnaround and score off the glass. 6-2. Raptors. Simmons, post up. Feed to the corner. KD, baseline jumper is an air ball. Wow. Van Vliet. Barnes in the post on O'Neal. Anunoby Turn around, step back is off, and KD now. Looking for an option. Ben in the post. You got to drive on him. Oh! Ben Simmons with the hook shot. The running hook shot. I'll tell you what, I've never seen him do that. We're going to have a foul on the floor, and it's on Claxton. So 6-4. Ben, I want to see that aggressiveness the whole game. Do not turn your back to the basket, please. He had an absolute stinker the other night. Only the 4 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, and fouled out. Trent drive on Irving, and that's an easy 2. 5-on-4 because Trent hit the deck. Ben Simmons. Back out to Kyrie. Screen by Clax. O'Neal. Back out of KD. Good move. Claxton got it. Dunk under the basket. 8-6. Toronto. And Van Vliet. Siakam. Drive by Van Vliet to the corner. And Anunoby 3 is short. He gets the rebound. Ben with the block. Transition buckets. Come on. Handoff to O'Neal. Back out of Simmons. Looking. Kyrie is fouled. And that's well done by Benny. We need effort like that. Alright. And a bucket there as well by Royce O'Neal. And we have another stoppage. It's on Claxton. Already 2 fouls on Clax. That may force Dayron to come into the game early, or we're going to have to play more small ball, you would think, given Siakam is a very mobile center. So Clax has got to be careful here. Siakam, top of the key 3 is off. Ben with the rebound. Guarded by Barnes. He lost the ball, Ben. Regathers. And now O'Neal. Drive on Barnes. Through to the paint. And he draws the foul. It's going to be Barnes picking it up. And we got a couple free throws coming up for Royce here. Those who have just joined us, welcome to the stream. Hope you are all doing well. Royce O'Neal converts the first. And we've had a bit more of an offensive balance in this in the early going of this game, which is a good sign. Getting a few stops. Not making it as easy as we did last game. O'Neal is perfect from the free throw line, and Gary Trent will bring the ball up for Toronto. So Trent to Barnes, and now Siakam. Bit of off-ball movement here. Trent now picks it up. He's guarded by Claxton on the outside. He drives and then pulls up and scores. So Trent's been really good early on here. O'Neal nearly lost it. Good defense by Trent. Ben Simmons drives. And he's got another bucket, Ben. Nice little push shot there. We need to see more of that. He's got 4. Barnes, that's an air ball. Why on earth would you shoot that, Scotty? So Ben Simmons now picks up his dribble. So he's going to have to find an option. Claxton. That was not great. Claxton takes it all the way. Beautiful. Gee, what a luxury when your centre can just dribble the ball like that. Take it all the way to the rack. Siakam on Kyrie. It's a 2-point lead or 4-point lead for the Nets. Siakam, good help defense by Clax. But we have a score by Pascal Siakam and a timeout at the exact halfway point of the first quarter. And I'm going to have to get up the box score. Let me get that up. Okay. Let me get the box score. Alright. Whoops. I need to fix the score up. Box score. Okay. Fix that up. Beautiful. Okay. Let me fix that up. Every time I press Control, the hotkey changes, which is a bit frustrating, but is what it is. Okay. So you can see so far, hang on, if I just do a little bit of this and a little bit of movement, you will see the Raptors currently have gotten their offensive firepower through Gary Trent, who has not missed. Anunoby's missed 3 shots, so that's where they are at the moment, and 1 steal for Van Vliet, but for the most part, we're being good. And you can see Royce O'Neal with 4, Simmons with 4, Clax with 4. The best part is KD and Kyrie have combined for 2 of our 14 points. So the spread of scoring is already there, and the lack of reliance is there. Which is what we need. We need plenty of that. And we've started off 6 of 9 from the field, which is a great start. It's exactly what we need. Alright, and I may have to do that gradually, but that's the box score for the moment. You see what's up. Alrighty. Alright, so we'll be back shortly from the timeout. It's been a good quarter. It's been a pretty good quarter. I can't complain with the start, though, I have to say. This has been a very strong start. So I think that aggressiveness by Ben has been really key early in this game. Is shown a little bit more intent. Back to the basket hasn't been as common. Joe Harris is in the game, and this is going to be very helpful. Kyrie's gone to the bench. Joe gets a round of applause, I do believe. And now Royce to KD, who is blitzed, to Clax. Tough shot is off. And Siakam will bring it ahead. Trent, guarded by Royce. He has to hand it off to Siakam on the wing. Claxton stays with him. Spin move by Siakam is tough. KD. Baseline jumper. It's a foul. Siakam is there as if to say, how on earth is it a foul? But KD... well, 2 shots coming up for him. So 2 fouls for Siakam, so he may need to go to the bench, especially if he picks up another foul. KD's got his first bucket, and that's his first point of the game. So Achua and Day'Ron Sharp are into the game. And that's really all there is to it. Kyrie, we said, went to the bench for Joe Harris, who's getting his first minutes in a long time. Barnes, handoff to Trent, guarded by Harris, and now Van Vliet. High screen by Achua. Switch. Dayron sort of sags off and he can't afford to do that. And it is 2 points for Toronto. And now Durant. Screen by Dayron and switch. Achua guarding. KD gets past. Dayron. Spin move. Got it off the glass. Tough shot, Dayron. Gee, that was nice. Van Vliet. Behind the back to Achua. Dayron stays with him. And Achua still scores anyway. It is a back and forth kind of game at the moment. No one can miss a shot. It's all driven by offense. KD. Dayron roll to the basket and a dunk. KD, great pass. Van Vliet. Trent, catch and shoot 3 is good. And honestly, you cannot really stop that. Ben looking for an option. Gets it to Joe. Ben brings it up with acceleration to Joe. Oh, wow. An air ball by Joe to start things. Van Vliet to Achua. Royce O'Neal reads the pass and gets the steal. O'Neal to Joe to KD. Catch and shoot 3. Off. So a 1 point lead for Toronto. Barnes nearly lost the ball. Instead, he got it back. And now a wide open 3 for Van Vliet is off. Dayron with the rebound. Ben Simmons will bring it up. It's been an entertaining game so far. Ben, KD, catch and shoot 3 again. He was wide open. Lost my voice. He misses. And it is 21-20 Toronto. And we'll get a timeout with about 3 minutes and 1 second left. So KD has not found his shot yet, much like last game. VD, hope you're doing well, my guy. So the score sits at 21-20, and if we go to the box score, you will see the scoring output. KD hasn't made a field goal yet, and he's taken 3 threes, so probably needs to try to get to his spot a little bit more. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this start. We've had a lot of scoring contribution from the players that you least expect. 20 points we've scored, and only 4 of those have come from KD and Kyrie, which is a welcome sight. KD's been good distributing the basketball. Ben Simmons has not turned the ball over. I don't think we've had one turnover, which is really positive. Really, really positive. I think we've had one. Yeah, we've had one through Kyrie, but you're seeing 4 players with 4 points, and that's exactly what we're going to require from this team. The problem at the moment, though, is getting stops, and we haven't really been able to do that nor force turnovers. Trent's got 9, he hasn't missed. Van Vliet's only missed once, mind you, he's taken 2 shots. Siakam's only missed 1 of his 4 shots. So we're going to need to do a little bit better in that department, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with this first quarter. Pretty happy with this first quarter. I mean, it's much better than the first quarter against the Pels, where we looked a little bit off it. So yeah, work to do. Fair bit of work to do, but overall, it's a much better start, and I have more faith that KD and Kyrie will come into their element later on in the contest. But if we can sustain this scoring without them doing well, that is a positive sign for the future of this team. So yeah, it's good stuff. It's good vibes. All right. Okay. Share your thoughts about the game in the chat, by the way. Would love to hear. Ray, hope you're doing well, my guy. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty, we're back from the timeout. And play has resumed. Trent stays in the game. Oh, that was tough. Koloko. I've never heard of this guy in my life, but he's getting minutes, so he must be okay. Banton is in the game. He's a 6'9" point guard of... Yeah, which is pretty rare, to be honest. I mean, we've got one on our team, but actually taller. Anyway, free throws coming up after Trent airballed it. So free throws coming up for, I believe, he's a rookie. And he makes the first free throw. Why is that a foul? I don't even know what the foul was for, because Dayron was boxing out. Missed free throw, and Morris is into the game. He didn't get any minutes the other day. So we've got Kyrie, Dayron, Harris, Morris, and someone else. Harris, great set play. Great set play. And Joe Harris gets on the board with a three-pointer top of the key. That's his spot. And it was a perfect play created to free up Joe. Achua now guarded by Harris on the wing. He goes baseline. Dayron with the block! Oh, no. Oh, wonderful stuff. We did not need to do anything about that. It was an errant pass. Actually went through the hands of Banton. He actually had an open look under the basket, but we weren't quite alerted to it. Luckily for them, they also weren't alert. And it's a turnover. Kyrie. It's going to be still Nets ball after Kyrie nearly lost it. Well, he did lose it, but Raptors weren't able to regather. It was just a great screen by Dayron. Good off-ball movement by Joe. Joe to Patty. Drive. Oh my god, he's missed the layup, but we got the board through Dayron, and now Kyrie in the corner. Pivot. Kyrie for three! Woo! 26-22. Dayron with the offensive board, and he has been very good in his limited minutes to begin the game. Scotty Barnes guarded by Joe. Barnes goes baseline. He is very well defended, and Dayron with a strong board. He's been good. Kyrie, pull up three! Oh, wow, that is dumb. Don't do that. Achua. Drive. Morris. Oh, what? Ah. Good defense by Morris. Great defense by Morris. Regardless, it's going to be free throws for Toronto. Achua. First free throw is good. And second free throw coming up for Precious. Precious. He has got it. Alright. So 2-point lead for Brooklyn. Clock winding down in this first quarter. Kyrie to Patty. Gets past Banton. Foul and nearly the and one. It'll be 2 shots for Patty Mills. So being good in attacking the paint. I'll tell you what. Rim protection in this first quarter has been excellent. It hasn't been easy for Toronto on the inside. Patty makes the first free throw. I think that's one of the keys of this game. So second free throw for Patty is good. Regulation stuff for him. Alright, Banton. Trent. Screen by Kaloko. Good work by Dayron. Dayron got hit. Trent for 3 is off. Rebound. Secure it. Morris does. And now in transition, Kyrie. Euro. Dayron. Good board. Joe. Kick out to Paddy. Catch and shoot 3 is well short. What? A foul on Dayron. Why is my clock so fast? Trent got absolutely smacked Dayron in the face. And we've got 28.2 seconds left. Both big men are on 2 fouls each, so we're going to need to probably play small ball. Oh, as if it was a take foul. So that means that now they get shots and ball. That is fucked. Achua misses it. That's fucked. We had numbers back. So luckily we didn't get punished. That could have been big down the stretch. So it's going to be a side out for Toronto through Anunoby. And Van Vliet will pick it up. So an ISO, and now the screen comes by Kaloko. And then again by Anunoby. He gets the shot. Dayron strong board, and we've got 15 seconds to make something work. Royce. Oh, behind the back. Royce. Oh, he got blocked. And that's going to be it. So a 4-point lead. And I tell you what, it wasn't actually an awful quarter. It was actually a pretty good quarter. We'll look at the box score, but I do think from first glance, Dayron Sharp, his big body, really made a difference in getting rebounds A and contesting shots with the help defense B. We will look at the box score though. You can see there what's going on for the Raptors here. You can see that Trent's got 9, and Achua's got 4, Siakam's got 6. But really, they haven't been able to do what they want, much like the Pels did the other day. You can see they're shooting. It's about 50%, but they've only made 1 3, and they've had a few turnovers, so it's not awful. But now we look at the Nets, and we'll see where the impact has arisen. Dayron Sharp in 5 minutes has 4 points, 5 rebounds, hasn't missed, and has 1 block. So, I mean, that's your difference right there. Kyrie's got 5 points. He's been much more efficient. Joe Harris with a 3, and Patty Mills has gotten to the line and scored a couple points. And then on the bench, you can see, well, Royce, Ben, Claxton, KD, they have been... I mean, you're seeing all the points are not coming from KD. And that's what happened the other day. He got 32 and we got flogged. So I'd rather we win and KD scores 15 than KD scores 35 and we lose. Because we keep giving him the ball. And it gets stagnant and whatnot. We have basically, well, we've taken the same amount of shots. We've been at the line and converted every time we've been there. And we've only had the 1 turnover. So, key in the second quarter is don't turn the ball over. I do think it's gone a long way in us being up at quarter time. Because, yeah, the other day we just could not stop turning the ball over. And in transition, we looked vulnerable. Especially when you've got guys like Ingram and Williamson that are pretty OP once you let them enter the paint. And especially if you don't have reinforcement in transition, which usually tends to be the case, then you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. So, second quarter about to commence. Alright, and players resumed. Royce O'Neal to Ben. Kyrie. Extra feed to Clax. He got absolutely destroyed on the dunk attempt, but he's got a foul going his way. That was going to be a ferocious slam, but let's have a look. He did get the ball, but it may have been the after effect. Claxton bricks the first free throw, and this is all too familiar. Looking like me at the free throw line. So second free throw here. That's also a brick. Man. I just complimented the team for not having missed the free throw, but now we've missed 2 in the first 30 seconds. They're going to be important. We need to make those. Fred VanVleet. Siakam now finds himself on O'Neal. Step back by Siakam is off. Well done, Kyrie. Kyrie did take a shot, but fighting under the glass for the rebound was a point of emphasis that we needed to fix up, and he nearly nabbed it clear. Or nabbed it from the Raptors rebounder. Anyway, we're back, and Siakam's got it. Switch. He goes baseline and muscles his way to the basket. And Claxton has been outworked there. We push the pace. Morris to Simmons. Kyrie. No look to Morris on the wing. Catch and shoot 3 is off. Oh, I forgot to tack on 2 points for the Raptors. VanVleet, Banton in the corner for 3 is off. And Ben Simmons does well to box out there. And it will be Nets ball. Alright, 28-26 the score. And Ben Simmons will bring it up. Hand off to Kyrie. Double screen. And now Koloko finds himself on him. We're going to have a foul on the floor. It's a foul on VanVleet. Actually, no, it's a Chua with the foul. So Royce to Ben. And a double screen set for Kyrie. It's a decoy. And Royce instead was trying to cut through or down the lane. So Ben Simmons from the baseline now will be looking to pass it in. He gets it to Royce O'Neal. Claxton's got VanVleet in the post. Get it to him. Ben is locked up, and it's a turnover. Good help defense by VanVleet. That is just poor. Got to find the mismatch there. Siakam. Kick out to Achua, wide open. Off the glass. That was well long. And it is a miss. Morris to O'Neal, who's well picked up. Stood on the baseline. Hot damn. So Banton will bring it up. 9:54 to play in the first quarter, or second. Siakam. Good cut by Banton and score off the glass. So it's all tied up. We have not scored in the quarter with this unit. Kyrie. Catch. Floater is good. And now Banton will bring it up. Tries to get through, which he does successfully. Koloko blocked by Claxton. Kick out now to Achua. Extra feed to VanVleet. Extra feed to Siakam. Wide open look. He's missed it. Get the board, please. Well done. Royce O'Neal gets the long rebound. And now Kyrie lost it. Trying to get it ahead. It's now a 2-on-5. And they can pick and choose who they like, and Van Vliet scores. And we're going to get a timeout. And it's a 1-point lead for Toronto. Kyrie, that is your bucket you've given away. So, timeout needed. Share your thoughts in the chat so far and drop a like if you're enjoying the stream at the moment. It is a 30-31 lead, and it's been a little bit tougher to score in this quarter. Haven't had the same fluency that we have been seeking. Yeah, not ideal at the moment. Yeah. Alrighty. So if we go to the box score, let's just have another look. I'm just not going to look at this because this hasn't really changed, but it's the other thing that has changed. First, the turnover counter. We had 1 in the first quarter. We've already beefed that up to 4 now in 3 minutes. So there you go. That's already points being tacked on that end. You can see here more steals for Van Vliet and whatnot. Shooting numbers. I mean, the Raptors are shooting at over 50%. No, they're not. Thought they were, but it still feels like they've got the momentum at the moment at this point in time. And we're gonna have to be a little bit better in, forcing some more misses. I do feel like when Dayron was on the floor, it was much tougher to score on the interior, but unfortunately, he's brought Claxton back into the game. And whilst Claxton's been a good injection of energy, I don't think he's been the better guy. Around the grounds, Orlando are beating Atlanta. They've been really good so far this season. I mean, it's been 2 games. What can I say? Celtics are beating the Heat at the moment. That's something. Detroit are losing to the Knicks. And Houston have... Well, they've got not much happening. Because it's just started. Alrighty. Alright. We're back. Here we go. KD's back into the game. Simmons. KD. Oh, please don't lose the ball. Oh, for fuck's sake. Transition bucket again. What a surprise. Kyrie. 9-2 run for the Raps. Screen, shot, make. Kyrie. Come on. Good response after he probably... Well, he wasn't the culprit for that fast break bucket by the Raps, but he could have prevented it somewhat if he just went for a little bit more hustle. Siakam. Good help defense by Joe. They feed it to the corner for Thad Young, who's badly missed that. They get the board. Siakam got it. For fuck's sake, more... Damn, second chance points. Fucking hell. Simmons. We've only had 3 field goals this quarter to 11. Ben just handed it off. He had an open dunk, but instead he gave it to Claxton so we could put a little bit of extra mayo on it. So, it's all tied up. 7:30 to play. Foul on the floor. And I do believe the Raptors are in the bonus. Yeah, that's a smart pass by Ben on the previous possession. I thought it was an uncontested dunk. He probably could have, but There was someone jumping. So it looks like Anunoby's back in. Trent is back in. Siakam. Trent. Drives on Joe. Good help defense. Siakam. One-on-one with Ben. Shot clock winding down. Oh, that's tough. And it's 37-35. Siakam's been really good. Kyrie. Screen by Clax. To the corner. Joe drives baseline. Kick out to Ben. That was hot. KD. Oh my god. He's... Stop shooting threes, KD, and start driving it. He still hasn't made a field goal. Siakam makes another shot. Fucking hell, man. I need some more lockdown defense, Ben. Because you're not really delivering in that department, to be honest. KD, drive, pull up is good. That's his first field goal coming halfway through the second quarter. He's found it tough. Mind you, he's been taking threes all game. Now KD one-on-one with Siakam. Anunoby, switch, KD guarding, to the corner. Koloko, that's really bad. Ben with a strong rebound. Grasps it with one hand, and now KD. Hand off to Kyrie for three. That's terrible. Throwing up fucking bricks from three. Start driving it, for God's sake. Siakam, foul, and he missed it. So we'll get free throws for Pascal Siakam. That's a bit careless, I have to say. So the first free throw for Siakam coming up is... good. And we've got Dayron and Royce coming in for Claxton Ben. I do like this. Because I do think we got better minutes with Dayron on the floor as opposed to Clax. Irving, I believe, went to the bench for Patty Mills, or I could be mistaken. No, I'm correct. So free throw for Siakam is good. And he has been very switched on in this game. So Patty Mills to KD to Patty to KD. Passing on the perimeter. KD extra feed to Dayron. He lost it. Oh, and Dayron and KD got tied up. It's now... we're completely disadvantaged. And Siakam again under the basket. Patty, Joe, and now Royce. Joe Harris, screen by Dayron, roll by Dayron, miss by Dayron. And we're getting free throws for him. So we're getting free throws coming up. So free throw for Dayron is off. Come on, my guy. Please make free throws. We haven't made one this quarter. For fuck's sake. Oh my god. Fuck's sake, man. These centers cannot make free throws. Plus Ben. Anunoby defending... or defended by Harris. That's good defense. And Dayron with the board. Patty Mills. Weaves through to KD. In the post. Baseline jumper is off. Ah, oh, fucking hell, man. We cannot make a bucket. This was the worry I had. Keep feeding KD and you're just going to get stuck into an offensive rut. Trent into the paint. Kick out to Young. Now Siakam. It's a travel. So 6-point lead for the Raptors. This quarter, I don't know how many points we've scored. I think it's been 9 points in 8 minutes, which is just shit. KD, Dayron. Kick it out, Dayron. You had Royce open in the corner. For fuck's sake, man. Oh, that is not a foul. Three fouls on Dayron. That's just like the young player errors there, man. He had an open pass in the corner and he's just completely passed it up. Siakam guarded by Sharp. I don't like this, but we'll see how we go. Kick out to Trent, catch and shoot. That's just too easy. Paddy, you can't be that... You can't sag off that much one pass away. And it's a 7-0 run. We need a bucket, please. KD, cross to the paint. That is doing the impossible. He'll get 2 free throws. Contorted his body in probably the most... Oh, gee, I don't even know. Unnatural way. That was a tough finish. If he made that, I just would have left the building. So KD, free throw 1 is good, and finally we get a point. So the first is good, and he's only got 5 points in this game, so he's basically playing the Kyrie role, and he misses another free throw. For fuck's sake. Make them. Siakam. Both players went under the screen, and that would have been an easy 3 if he made that. KD, all the way to the paint. Oh! Woohoo! The hammer. My golly gosh. Anunoby, into the paint. He missed it. Oh, fuck off. These refs are so trigger happy. It's unbelievable. Borderline, that KD dunk going downhill is absolutely unstoppable. Anunoby will get free throws, and the first one is good. Joe will go to the bench, and I do believe we have our starting unit in the game. Nope, Patty Mills is also in the game. So we're going to have a small ball 5 as they make the free throw. And it's now an 8-point lead. KD one-on-one with Anunoby. Move the ball, please. Ben, into the paint. Kick out of Patty Mills. Wide open 3 is good. Splash. Final 3 minutes to play in the first half. It's a 5-point lead to the Raptors, and it really feels like they've had the upper ascendancy. Lads, I have just looked at the chat. I didn't know there were a few messages in there. Sorry for that. Nathan, mate. KD has just been shit. He's had a few wide open 3s. He's tried to take some tough shots, and usually he makes them, but he has not been able to in this game. Patty Mills has been really good this season, I have to say. Nash trying small ball again. Let's pray. I think if there's a game you're going to do it, it's this game with Siakam at the 5. I do think Dayron's been the better of the centers in this game. And look, he has also been not ideal at times. So if there's one guy or one game I would do small ball, it would be this one, I have to say. Let's have a look at the box score. And you will see Pascal Siakam has been highly efficient. The rebounds, the assist, he's done everything. Trent's got 12 as a nice complementary partner. But Apart from that, really, they've been the only two guys, and there's been a few healthy contributions off the bench, but um, we've got to stop Siakam. And I do think a small ball player will really maximize that. You've just got to force the ball out of his hands because, I mean, I'm really happy given Barnes and Anunoby haven't really taken shots. They're combined 1 of 7. Try force the ball into their hands. Force them to make shots. They are capable, but force them to make shots. And then if we look at the other side of the ledger, whoops, not that. You will see here Kyrie's got 10. He's been good. KD has been awful. 2 of 8. 2 turnovers. Not much else. Ben Simmons, 4 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. I'd argue he's been better, but he hasn't been his best, obviously. The good thing is he's only turned the ball over once, and that was a major talking point in the first game. So I am happy that he's been responsible, but I do think his defense needs to pick up a little bit more. Patty Mills did score a 3, but they haven't counted that. Now they have. And then off the bench, you've got some good contributions from the centers, but they've also not been great defensively. So I don't really know what your best option is. Joe Harris, obviously, limited minutes for him, given, just come back from injury. Anyway, we're back in business, and Van Vliet's got it. High screen by Barnes. He takes it, and the dipsy-do is good. I don't know if you can call it the dipsy-do, but I'm calling it that. Kyrie. Ben Simmons. Guarded top of the key by Barnes. And we've got a foul off the ball by Anunoby, and it's going to be free throws for Kevin Durant. Both teams are in the bonus. So it's going to be a couple shots coming up for KD, and I do think in a game that KD is struggling for points, getting to the free throw line will be valuable. And he has been able to do that 4 times thus far. And this will be his 5th and 6th attempts. And he gets the first one. I do think even in a time where we've been struggling from the field, free throws are going to be vital. And if we could have made a few more, courtesy of the centers, going 0 of 4, then that would have been much more helpful, and it may be vital down the stretch. So play resumes with a 5-point deficit. In the words of Flight Reacts, Fred Valet has the ball. Pass to the corner. Trent over KD. That's a tough shot, and he's missed. Oh my god, that voice crack was so awful. Patty's got a wide open 3. He passed it up. Oh! Patty with the pass fake. He had O'Neal in the corner, and that gave him a little bit of extra separation. And nearly scored and would have had a chance for an M1, but instead 2 free throws nonetheless. And the first one is good. It looked a bit short, but it has gone through the hoop. We've got just over 2 minutes to play. So 1 to go. And the second free throw is good. So I've picked up the offense just a little bit. Siakam's got 3 fouls, so they've sent him to the bench. Barnes, guarded by Kyrie. They're probably going to exploit this. Barnes. Pass to Achua. This is good defense. 5 seconds to shoot. Barnes has to shoot the mid-range, and that is well off. Not good for my fantasy, because he is being god-awful. But outside of that, yeah, I don't know. He's been a bit off. Did have that injury in the preseason. KD guarded by Anunoby. Switch. KD guarded by Trent. Shoots over 2. Missed it. That he will make that in his sleep. 9 times out of 10. Short pull-up. Barnes now doubled, handoff to Achua, and he lost the ball. Stripped. But it's going to be Raptors ball. Well done, Royce O'Neal. He's done that on a number of occasions in the first couple of games and preseason. So that saves us, from conceding a few more layups than we would last season immediately. So Barnes will get it in, or get it from the inbounds. Gets to the paint and is fouled. And that I don't agree with. But it will be free throws for Scotty. Let's have a look. I don't really know how Royce got the foul there, but maybe brushed up against the arm of Scotty Barnes. I'm not sure. So 51-47. I do believe that the Raptors have, at least in the second quarter, done more to, or probably deserve more than just a 4-point lead, 5-point lead now. But yeah, it's a weird one. Anyway, Ben Simmons, guarded by Barnes at the logo, and now KD into the paint, falling, scores it. This guy is special. So Banton will bring it up. And he's going to slow the play right down. Switch. He's got Ben on him. Stays with, and they have to kick it back out to Fred. Barnes guarded by O'Neal. That went underneath the basket. And yeah, he shot it through the hoop from under the basket. So that is not allowed, and it will be Nets ball. So good defense by Royce. Scotty Barnes has been trash. Alright, so Kyrie executes the 2-for-1. Shoots the 3. Well short. Can we get the board? Yes, we can, KD. Alley-oop! Oh! The pass was probably just too high for Ben. Oh, what is that? Right in front of the ref. The Raptors just fumbled it out of play. That is fucked. Right in front of you, mate. He just lost the ball. Couldn't be any clearer. So dumb. Alright. 13 seconds. Kyrie. 1-on-1. 3-point lead for the Raptors. Can we tie it? Nope, we're going to the paint. And Kyrie thought he was fouled. And that's going to be the half. Wow. Kyrie's just complaining because he thought it was a whistle. But the referees thought otherwise, and it is a 3-point lead to Toronto at halftime. And I do think it came a little bit more difficult. It was a bit more difficult for us in that quarter. Nets are in danger of starting the season 0-2. We're not at that point yet. There's still a long way to go in this game. Do I think Nash is a good coach? I don't think it takes a genius to work out that he is trash. And he's holding us back. As long as he is coach, we are not winning a chip. He holds us back as a team. I do think there's a lot more offensive potential to be unlocked with any other coach except Steve Nash. So it's just one of those things. I don't know. It's a bit triggering. But drop a like if you are enjoying the stream so far, and subscribe to the show if you're new. We're very close to 600. So if you want to support and be here for the next game, you can see the upcoming streams. Well, no, now you can't because it's changed. We've got the Grizzlies and the Bucks coming up, which are two very tough games. We're going to have to be on our A game for both of those. And then you've also got the Mavs, which is the game I will be covering next. You can see the full list of streams to that side. And it's the Mavs and the Pacers up next on this channel. So if you want to stay notified, mind you, I will be doing community posts just as a reminder, but they will both be covered by me. But we'll look at the box score now. And you will see at the moment, this is the line. Oh, this is what's happening. Amazingly enough, KD has had an awful first half by his standards. And he is the top scorer on this team. Which is a bit hard to believe, but he is. Kyrie's been much more efficient, which is what we've needed, but I do need to see them at a higher volume. He's only taken 8 shots. Royce O'Neal's being pretty active defensively, but not much else. Ben Simmons has been much better. He's basically, well, he has the same stat line he did in the first half, or in the whole game, in this half. So 2 of 3 shooting, he's had a couple nice shots, and he has also picked up, I think that's steals, or maybe it's turnovers. No, he's had 2 blocks, so credit to him. He's been pretty good. And then the bench, you can see Claxton, Sharp. We've only gone a 9-man rotation. We did have Sumner and Watanabe get minutes, and same with, I don't know if we had Cam Thomas get minutes, but he's probably not needed, especially with Patty Mills in and Joe Harris in. So yeah, it's a tough rotation to crack, especially with Seth Curry and Warren still yet to be thrown back into the mixer. But yeah, if we look at the shooting though, it's been a little bit more lackluster in this quarter. We did have, trying to think, our shooting was much better in the first half, or first quarter. The second quarter it did drop off, but at the end that sort of picked up a little bit more. We've been to the line 16 times, which is a welcome sight, but the turnover number in that quarter was significantly worse than in the first quarter. It went from 1 turnover in the first to 5 in the second to make it obviously 6 all up. If we look at the Raptors and what they've ended up with, they've got also 6 turnovers, and they're shooting the ball a little bit better than us. They've had 6 more shots, they've made 1 less 3 and been to the line less. So I think the fact we've been making a bit of a living at the line is where the difference has been, or the reason we've been able to stay in touch. You can see Siakam is the guy we've got to stop though. Mind you, they've got a number of plays that can also turn it on when required, but Siakam's been the main man, and if we can stop him, I think that'll go a long way. Defense has been much better though. They've only scored 52 points, but our offense is, well, that's the difference. That is our strength, and if we're scoring 49.5, then, well, don't really know what to say. It's gonna go a long way in winning a game or not. You can see the starting lineup as well. I mean, no one's really got eye-popping numbers. Trent's got 12, but it's really been their defensive work, especially in that second quarter. We were able to get a few cheapies at the end without the clock really elapsing, which really helped us hang around. But yeah, that is the score at the moment and the box score. I will leave it up for you if you want to see. Just let me know if you want to see other stats or if there's anything you want to discuss, because I obviously have a bit of trouble filling the time at halftime because there's not really much else to do. There are a lot of games going on at the moment. The Grizzlies are losing to Houston, and I don't know what to make of that at the moment. Let's have a look. Ja Morant's only got 7, and that's about it, really. The only player the Grizzlies are really missing is Jaren Jackson and Dylan Brooks. But I still wouldn't think that that's going to be the difference. Who's done it for Houston? Jalen Green looks like he's poised for a breakout season. So that's good vibes. The Pels are beating the Hornets by 8. Zion hasn't had it as easy as he did against us the other day. McCollum's got 19, and that's really all there is to it. Sacramento, Indiana. Keldon Johnson's got 17 and Vassell's got 21. Richardson's hit 5 threes and he's got 17. And Indiana, let's have a look what's going on here. Halliburton's got 9 and 7 assists in 19 minutes. Yeah, it doesn't really look like much else is going on. Yeah, that's really the gist of it for there. But the Spurs look like they'll get up pretty easily. The Wizards are beating the Bulls. That is another interesting game. And Vucevic is leading the scoring for the Bulls. DeRozan only the 16. For the Wizards, it is Kuzma holding up his end of the bargain. 23 points for him. Orlando beating Atlanta as well. May I say, it's been Cole Anthony off the bench who scored 17. That is basically carried. And for the Hawks, 13 to John Collins, and Trae Young hasn't made a shot. A field goal. DeJounte Murray with 9 points. So, not a great half by the Hawks. We know our game. The Heat are beating the Celtics at the moment. And Jaylen Brown's got 14 as the high man. And Bam Adebayo and Hero are leading the way for the Heat. And then we've also got the Knicks flogging Detroit. They've got their points through Bay and Bogdanovic. And for the Knicks, it is Jalen Brunson with 12. Derrick Rose off the bench with 11. So, a lot of games happening. And not enough time to cover them all. Jazz are losing to the Timberwolves as well. Markkanen's got 9. And for Minnesota, Edwards has got 11 and D'Lo's got 10. Gobert's only got the 2 points and Cat's got 8. So they're getting points from, I guess, more unrelied upon sources. Nets still look out of rhythm. Paper champs, if you ask me. They are paper champs, I will say that. But also, look, yeah, I think it will take a bit of time to settle. But they will only be paper champs if they have Steve Nash. Because I've told you, they cannot maximize his ability or the abilities of this roster with Nash as coach. I'm pretty sure Nash does like only half the work. And it's not easy viewing at all. One bit. So, it is what it is. Do what you gotta do. Alright, so... yeah. So, we've got a half to come, and look, I think the main area we need to fix things up is, as we mentioned previously, turnovers got to stay down, scoring's got to go up, and more fluency with moving the ball, and we've got to execute Operation Stop Siakam, because right now it's just him getting basically everything he wants on his own terms. He's 8 of 12 from the field. He's a 3-personal, so I think we need to attack him defensively, or on our offensive side, their defensive side. And I do think that'll make it a lot more difficult for, them to do well. At least it'll hinder them on the offensive side of the ball. So, yeah. It's a tough prospect, but look, if there's one team, or if there's teams that can get the job done against players like Siakam, we should be able to do it with like 3 players. If one player can't lock him down, do it with another player, or try something different. The help defense always works, or it's worked. They haven't really knocked down their shots. When our defense collapses and they kick it out. So, I do think that's got to be a point of emphasis going forward. Yeah. Regardless, it's a big second quarter, or big second half, should I say. We need to work. We need to work hard to get the job done. But Look, as I said earlier on, tough run of fixtures coming up. We've got 5. We've got like the first 5 games of the season on paper before we began looked brutal. And yeah, we need to pick up maybe 2 or 3 wins just to get off on the right foot. If we start 0-5, immediately the pressure amounts, and we know how much the media will pounce on that. But yeah, I mean, I don't think these like big games early in the season are as meaningful as if they came later in the season, because your team's at full strength, or you've had so many games under your belt that you're producing your best basketball. The Nets, this is not their peak, and it doesn't take a genius to work that one out. It's going to take time. But then again, we said that last year, and what did Steve Nash say in game 82 of the season? He said, we're still working things out. We're still trying new things. Well, if I hear that shit again, mind you, if Steve Nash is here game 82, I'm going to want to die. But if he says that in game 82, I'm just going to lose it, because we should not be doing that in game 82. We should be doing that now. Now is the only time where it holds up as an excuse. Anything after that, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, because it's just... Nah. Because I'm happy to fine-tune stuff early in the season, but if we get continuity and we don't get injuries especially, then there should be absolutely no reason why by game 20, game 30, we're, hitting our stride, producing good results, winning basketball games, and basically providing a spectacle. With the team we've got, there should be nothing less. So it's going to be interesting to see, but third quarter is about to get underway very shortly. And, yeah. Big quarter needed, I think. I think this is the quarter where the action is going to happen. We're going to need to really work hard. The next 3 games, Memphis, Milwaukee, and the Mavs. And you will also see the run of games to my right. It says the upcoming streams, which I will be covering, and the upcoming games, which we will be obviously playing. So yeah, that's where you'll always be able to find that stuff, that information, for quick reference. So we just need to work. We need to pop the ball a little bit more. I think KD needs to be more efficient, but yeah. KD and Kyrie need more shots, but I do think the team looked better when, even though KD and Kyrie weren't scoring, other players were able to hold up their end of the bargain in that respect. We saw Simmons have a couple of buckets, Claxton have a couple, Royce O'Neal have a couple. In the second quarter, that dried up. So look, I think the keys to winning this game, you've got to attack Siakam when we have the ball and we're, driving to the rack. We need to attack him because he's on 3 fouls. And if there's anyone that may foul out, it could be Siakam. Mind you, anyway, he's at 18 points and 8 boards in a quarter. So we need to work hard to contain the man. Here we go. Third quarter, kicking off. So Ben Simmons with the ball and now Kyrie Irving. Hand off to Claxton. Now KD. Switch, and Barnes is guarding KD top of the key. Pulls up. Gets to his spot and scores. That's going to be the key. KD making those shots that he didn't in the first half. Because there were quite a lot of gettable ones that he will score more often than not. Trent drives on Kyrie. Blocked by KD. Good help defense. Transition, Kyrie. Layup. Got it. Transition, buckets. And it started with the stop by Kevin Durant. Anunoby. Hand off to Trent. No. Fakes it. Van Vliet in the corner. Back to Siakam. Trent. One-on-one with KD. Step back three. Oh, that is terrible. Air ball. KD. Skip pass. Kyrie wide open three. Yes! Woo! That's what happens when the ball pops. 1 minute and 7-0 run is where the action happens. Scotty Barnes. Siakam. Guarded by Clax. Top of the key. Ben. Oh, that was close to a turnover. We were alert there, and there's 5 seconds on the shot clock for the Raptors to get one off after Simmons deflected it out of bounds. So, defensive activity has lifted. Here we go. Side out taken by Van Vliet to Trent. 4 seconds to shoot. 3 seconds to shoot. Trent. Oh, it's a shot clock violation. Trent has thrown up a couple garbage shots in this quarter already. We've only had a minute and a half elapsed, but the Raptors really haven't been able to put up a shot. Mind you, I do think Trent has put up a couple very bad shots, but nonetheless, we have capitalized here. Kyrie, over two, he's got it! And now Kyrie looks like he's on his A game tonight. Van Vliet, screen set and switch. Simmons feeds it to Barnes in the post. Kick out to Trent, back to Barnes. KD has looked good. Barnes nearly lost the ball. It's a travel! The defense in the first 2 minutes of this game, or quarter, has been excellent. Excellent. So Ben Simmons, KD, Anunoby overcommits. Oh, what was KD doing there? I thought he was passing a Royce in the corner. Instead, it's a turnover and another travel. So what is this? The 4th turnover in 2.5 minutes? This is exceptional. And this is what we've needed from the very start. The very start. Ben Simmons got it. Kyrie. Catch and shoot three. No hesitation. That is not the right shot. Hit back iron though. Was in line. Siakam. Screen. Kyrie. Good defense. Barnes in the paint. Good active hands and another turnover. O'Neal needs help. And Durant will bring it up. So Toronto already 4 turnovers in 3 minutes. Testament to our defense, and our KD lost it. Fuck me. Anunoby scores. Man, KD, what are you doing? Nick Nurse is in the shits. Surely you're going to call a technical, man. Kyrie. Kick out to O'Neal. Deep three is off. And Siakam with the strong rebound. Out to Trent. To Anunoby. Extra pass to Barnes. No look to Siakam. Oh! Woo! I'm not even a Toronto fan, but that actually was an unbelievable dunk. KD, I mean, I'll give him credit. He's got the Jarrett Allen mentality of trying to block everything, but that is a tough finish through contact. And he'll get a free throw. I'll give us credit, though. The only buckets they've scored is... or their offense this quarter has either been turnovers, misses, just like that free throw right there, transition buckets from our turnovers, which is expected, or we've made them earn shots at the line. Ben Simmons drives on Siakam, kick out to Kyrie, who nearly tripped over his own feet. Shoots a three, missed it, got his own rebound. Brilliant feed to KD, got it! Woo! Come on. Scotty, Anunoby. Ben got knocked over. Siakam in the corner now guarded by Clax. Anunoby shoots over O'Neal. That short Simmons rebound. KD. Good work, O'Neal. Extra pass. Simmons. Back out of KD. Shoots the three. Got it! Timeout! Oh my goodness. It is just a shooting range right now. It is a shooting range. Shots being fired from the perimeter, often without failure in this quarter. That's a good, very smart play by Ben Simmons. He actually forced Fred VanVleet to, well, on one of the threes, forced Fred VanVleet to go around him, and it would take that extra second. That extra second was vital in getting KD an open look, and the lead is out to 8, and it has been offense in this quarter. And I did say the offense, it was going to be where the difference was made. If we could get our offense going and maintain the defense, it's going to reap reward. And it has in this third quarter so far. Alright, so let's have a look at the box score because it's now a bit more pleasant to look at. Let's have a look. So Trent has taken a few bad shots. It's just been harder for all players, really. I'd like to see the turnover count. It says 9 here, but I do believe there's one extra. It's felt like more, at least. You can see, though, like, it's been a little bit tougher for the Raptors in this quarter. They were 24, 30-something? 40-something? I don't know. But they have not really made any field goals this quarter. The Nets. Kevin Durant had 11. He has now almost beefed his shooting up to 50%. He's made all 3 shots. He's made 2 threes in this quarter. Kyrie Irving's also picked up the pace. He's scored 9 in the quarter. He's got 17 total. And then Claxton, Royce. And Ben Simmons has been very good. He's had the 7 assists and only the 1 turnover, which is key. Kevin Durant's got 4 of those. He needs to send that downward. But overall, KD's been pretty good. And then the bench, you can see that. But that's not really what we're looking at. It's really the KD and Kyrie show to kick off this third quarter. And I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it. Alrighty. So, an 8-point lead. And I don't know if the volume's too loud. Let me know if it is. Because I may be getting too excited. Or at least too excited for the microphone to handle. But 64-56. The score at halftime was 52-49. We've gone on a 15-4 run to start the quarter. And play will resume very shortly. Well, it has. So I'm going to be behind a little bit. Trent. Siakam. Defensive activity's been much better this quarter. Siakam has to pass it off to VanVleet. Kyrie's right with him. And it is a foul on Kyrie. But I do rate the hustle. It's what's needed. If we're going to win this game, there needs to be more activity and effort on that end. And that's one of the things that Steve Nash cannot control. That's all about execution by the players on the court. Claxton, good contest. VanVleet, better offense. So 7 minutes to play in this third quarter. Kyrie. Well defended by VanVleet. Hand off to Claxton and now KD in the corner. Royce O'Neal gets a look. That's well long. He's going to have to make those. Van Vliet gets to the paint. Has to pass it to Barnes. Tough shot by Scotty Barnes. Oh, Ben, what are you doing? Well done, Nick Claxton. Good recovery. Ben Simmons to the corner. Kyrie, sidestep. 3. That looked good. Claxton, good hustle. And it's going to be a jump ball. Or a foul. Nope, it's a jump ball. But Claxton, he did not look in position to get that. It was a 2-on-1. But he somehow found a way to wrestle that one away and give us an opportunity of an extra possession. 6 points and 4 boards for him in this game. Joe Harris is in early. Claxton wins the jump. KD. Now Royce. And the screen comes from Ben Simmons. He doesn't use it. KD drives on Anunoby. Shoots. One-handed. No. Claxton. He got stripped of it. Ben Simmons, good activity. Whoops. I forgot to start the clock. Ben Simmons snuck up from behind like I don't know what. But it's well done by him. And the play will resume. Siakam got knocked over. What? That is cooked. Siakam scored a 3, and it's going to be a foul on Simmons, so an opportunity at 4. Ben fell over and landed on Siakam, or in the landing area. How the fuck is that? Oh, that is a joke. I understand falling in the landing area, but he's fallen over, my guy. What do you want him to do? Let's say that was a Raptors player pushing him over. Misses the free throw, but of course, it's just by fortune, they get an offensive rebound and another look at it. So, a 7-0 run for the Raptors over a couple minutes. Van Vliet through Barnes in the post on Royce. Claxton with the block, and the help defense is there, and a shot clock violation. So, more great defense. And we've forced a few shot clock violations in this quarter, which is a welcomed sight as well. It's been tough. But it's really been reliant on attitude and mentality, and we have brought it all in this quarter. Ben Simmons, hassled by Barnes, skip pass to O'Neal in the corner, kick out to KD, gets past the closeout, and then passed it to fucking God knows who. As if our center is Bol, and it's going to be Raptors ball. Durant knows that's on him. So, 5:26 to play, and it is a 64-63 lead for the Raptors. Siakam to Anunoby, and now Van Vliet. Screen arrives. Van Vliet gets past. Kick out to Barnes for 3 is good. Got to be better than that on the closeout, Joe. 10-0 run in 2 minutes. We need a bucket. And since Kyrie went to the bench, mind you, I don't know why Nash made subs when... Oh my god, Ben. That pass was never fucking on, and more points and a timeout needed. Man, why the fuck would you change the lineup that went on an early quarter run? Oh, for fuck's sake. More transition points. And you know what the problem is? If Nash just kept in the lineup that was getting the buckets at the start of the quarter and getting stops, for just an extra couple of minutes, this 10-0 run wouldn't have happened. And instead, what has he done? He's fucked it. He's fucked it. What more can you say? Let's go back to the box score and see what has changed in the last 5 minutes or less. Because 3 minutes ago I was happy and now I'm sad again. They've gone on a 12-0 run in the space of, and why? Well, this lineup being fielded is number one, the reason. You had Kyrie Irving on the bench, who was shooting the ball more efficiently and providing a little bit more flow offensively. You know, more hands full for the Toronto defense. But what does Nash do? He sends them all out. And what do the Raptors do? Well, they capitalize. Siakam hasn't had a bigger quarter, or a better quarter, better half. It's been a bit more low-key. But Scotty Barnes has picked it up, and so has Van Vliet. And, yeah, that's the gist of things. And they have beefed up their scoring once again. Only 8 turnovers for the Raps. I don't understand how, because we forced way more at the start of the quarter. But you will notice the turnover number for the Nets has gone up in the last few minutes. We've now got 11. 11? 10? 11? I think it's 11, yeah. 11 turnovers. And that number was down at the start of the quarter, but it's beefed up again. No surprises. I need a bit more responsibility with Ben Simmons, man. He needs to be looking after the basketball more. So, game is obviously not lost, but there's got to be a little bit more accountability, a little bit more work done, because right now it's not ideal how we're playing. I just don't understand, though. Why would you bench the lineup or halt our momentum? That is what Nash was the master at doing last season. I understand you've got to balance minutes out, but you've also got to know when to make the subs. And when we've gone on a 15-0 run, 15-4 run, why would you get rid of the team that did that? Inversely, you'll see what Nick Nurse has done. The team that's gone on a 12-4 run, or 12-0 run, are you going to see many subs from him? Nope, I see the exact same lineup that was in before the timeout. That's a good set play. Joe Harris had a wide open 3. I like the drawn up play, but unfortunately, Joe Harris is a bit rusty. Siakam's just bodying O'Neal, and we're going to get a foul. And it's going to be Siakam free throws. The amount of times Royce O'Neal has been isolated in the post with Siakam. Oh, as fucking if. They've counted the basket. No! Oh, fuck off. That's an and one. Oh, as if. So a 14-0 run. And Siakam makes the free throw. So it went from an 8-0 lead, or an early quarter run, which gave us an 8-point lead, to now being a 7-point lead for the Raptors because we haven't scored in like 3 minutes. They go into zone, KD scores over the top and halts the run there, but we need to get stops and we need to be active like we were early in the quarter. Kyrie is back in. Barnes posts up O'Neal. He's been a point of exploit. Barnes. Oh, that is unbelievable. How the fuck has Barnes scored that? I don't think he called bank, but... Oh, Royce. Fucking hell. We've had 7 turnovers in the fucking quarter. Mate. Van Vliet, guarded by Kyrie, stays with him very well. Siakam shoots a 3. What are you doing, KD? 22 run in 4 minutes. Do something, Steve. Fucking joke. KD, foul, and shots. I don't understand how you can make the team go on this much of a run. It took you so long to call a timeout after a 12-0 run. You see the best coaches You see the best coaches call a timeout when it's a 7-0 run. Nash waits until 5 or 6 more points have been scored. Siakam in the quarter has scored 13 and hasn't missed a shot. Are you going to do something about that, Nash? Find some fucking accountability, please. Because right now, he is getting absolutely everything he wants in the world. It's credit to them. Because, I mean, the Raptors are just finding what works. And we, unfortunately, go too fucking long with no offensive punch. We need to get stops, though. Start of the quarter was where we were at our best. And I don't know why you don't go back to that lineup. Claxton stays with Siakam. Okay. Now Siakam's just on fire. Claxton couldn't play any better defense on that possession. Stayed with him the whole way. Claxton is fouled and free throws, and you already know that Claxton, well, in a time where we're lacking offense, we need to get stops. A, get stops, and B, make free throws if we can't score. Siakam is just on fire, though. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It always happens. We always need to give one player a career night. Always. Claxton, brick on the free throw. I mean, fucking hell, work on it on the training ground. I'm sure you have, but seriously, find something that works or work harder. Clax, I need you to do better. KD goes to the bench. And I don't know where the spark is going to come from. Claxton makes a free throw at last. But it's got to all happen at the defensive end. Banton. Foul on Siakam, and they're in the fucking bonus. Dumbass, Morris. Dumbass. What a terrible foul to give away. I understand you wanting to deny him the ball, but at the same time, you've got to be smart with it. And right now, that was the absolute definition of not being smart. Siakam misses the first free throw, and believe it or not, he's missed more shots at the line than he has in the entire quarter from the field. So Siakam's second free throw is good. And we need to get stops, man. I cannot recall the last time we got a stop. Claxton comes up to set the screen. Kyrie with a spin. Gets into the paint. Claxton. Good defense. Oh, that is a tough score. Split the defense. And it's back down to an 8-point game. Banton blocked by Claxton. Transition buckets. Kyrie fakes the pass. Oh my god, Claxton offensive board. And man, I'll give him credit, man. He is fighting under the basket for the rebounds. Kyrie could have done a number of things there. I think ultimately he took the right shot, but at the same time, he had Joe Harris open in the corner, and usually you'd count on Joe to score from that mark. So free throw for Claxton. Oh my god, man. We are going to lose the game on the back of us not being able to make free throws. Man, that is fucked. If we could have made at least like 5 more free throws. And there's another brick. Joe Harris, good board. Claxton. Got it! Okay. So I'm a bit behind with the shot clock. Trent shoots over Joe. That's a tough shot. He misses. Claxton rebound. Kyrie. Oh, what are you doing? Good hustle. Good Kyrie. Joe. Clax. Mills wide open three. Ah, fucking hell, man. You gotta make those. Jesus Christ. Siakam nearly threw it in. Claxton. Again! Clax! Oh my goodness. Claxton has been unbelievable. Here's the spark we've needed. He did this the other game. Oh no. Siakam missed the three. And now we can slow the play down. A late quarter run. Kyrie is guarded closely by Banton. The switch and the blitz. And now Claxton again. He's feeling it. Morris passing around the perimeter to the corner. Paddy! Yes! Woo! Uh-huh. 1 point game. That was beautiful basketball. Kick out to one corner, pass around the perimeter to the other corner. No shortcuts taken. And Mike's shot clock is so fast. And it's our ball! What? No fucking way. I swear to God it was our ball. That is cooked. Oh my God, these fucking refs are so blind. The amount of fucking calls they have paid to the Raps as the ball is deflected out of bounds. That is a joke. We're getting the refs you suck chant. If that costs us at the end, if we concede a score here and that costs us at the end, I'm going to lose my shit. They just got it in and they missed it. And it's going to be our ball. Why is it at 6 minutes, bro? There's 0.4 seconds on the clock. And he chucks it in. Oh! Jesus Christ. Royce has launched it from three-quarter court and it nearly went in. But my guy, Nick Claxton, he has just taken the game by the scruff of the neck and said, this is my game. I am the superstar of this team. And therefore, I will be scoring every single point. And that is what he did. Or he pioneered. And the lead is only 1 for Toronto. I thought the game was getting away from us. But we are now well back in the game. So, if you're enjoying the stream, drop a like and subscribe to the show if you're new and you're enjoying this. We're back next week for Nets Mavericks. But right now, we've got 1 quarter to play and the scoreline sits at 79-78. The entire quarter we got dominated. But what did we do right in that, well, at the end of the quarter? We got stops again. It's really that simple. It's amazing how simple the game of basketball is. If you can get stops, you severely benefit the offensive side of the ball, and that's what we saw. Claxton taking the ball to the rack, and there was no defensive resistance. Unstoppable, my guy. And we look at the box score, and you will see Claxton now has 13 points and 7 boards. He's been at the line 6 times. If only he was an adequate free throw shooter. He's had 4 blocks as well. Unbelievable by Clax. So, credit to the team. This unit has actually put in a good shift, and it's ever since KD went to the bench, which is a weird sight. But you can see we're getting some contributions here too. Patty Mills has chipped in as well. Again, he's been efficient from 3, and he's gotten to the line a bit. which is always welcomed. He's got a plus 14 in 11 minutes. And Kyrie's got a plus 17 in 28. Oh, what is my stream doing, my guy? Of course it has to lag now. Gonna have to do a refresh. The key is just stop Siakam. That's where they got so many of their points in that quarter. Through Siakam. Oh, there's a 3. I'm so far behind. But we're back in front. Okay. We just got a 3-pointer through Morris. Because my stream buffered. The clock is a bit behind. I will update it at the next dead ball. Van Vliet forced to kick it out to Achua. The defensive intensity is back. 3 seconds to shoot. 2 seconds. 1 second. They're not going to shoot it. It's off. Get the rebound, Simmons. Pushes the pace. Kyrie. Corner. Oh, extra feed. Royce. Oh my God. You've got to make the 3. And Siakam lost the ball out of bounds. We were very lucky because they had an extra man ahead of everyone else. They had breached the last line. Now we're updated. Very, very lucky. But we have gone on an extended run. And I beg you don't halt the momentum, Nash. Simmons. Guarded by Anunoby. Gets to the paint. Oh! Tough shot. Claxton. Blocked. And it's going to be a foul. Claxton again has been unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ben Simmons with an unbelievable hook shot attempt over 2 defenders, and he nearly got it to go as well. Nick Nurse is irate. These refs are being garbage, I have to say. And Clax makes the first free throw. That is a welcome sight. Alright. Second free throw for Clax is good. Wonderful, Nick. We need you to keep doing that. Force the Raptors to be more disciplined and not be happy to just give away fouls, knowing you can't make the free throws. The Raptors have got it through Van Vliet. Oh, what the hell is this garbage, man? I swear to God, Kyrie. Swear to God, Kyrie got that. Or didn't even foul Van Vliet. Anyway, 4-point lead for the Nets. It has been back and forth in this second half. We had the lead. They had the lead. Now we have it again. Barnes shoots the 3 off. Simmons, good board. He pushes the pace. Holds it up. Kyrie. Isolation, top of the key. On Anunoby, he drives. He stops. He maneuvers through. He missed the shot. He got the rebound. Should I say Claxton did. Step back, Kyrie. Foul and 1! Woo! You can't play any tighter defense than that. So much so, he jumped into the landing area, did Anunoby. And it will be 2 free throws for Kyrie. The lead is out to 6. With a free throw to come for Kyrie Irving. And the free throw is good. The lead's out to 7. It's a 17-0 run. Since 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes were remaining in the third quarter. They need to find a shot. Van Vliet gets it. And there you go. Run halted. But we need to keep this intensity going. It's been a very good start to the third quarter. Kyrie. Screen arrives by Clax, the high screen. Kyrie. Step back three. Oh! He's got another! Woohoo! Van Vliet, can he respond? Anunoby in the corner for three. Got it! Oh my god, just when it thinks... I think we have gotten away with it. We're running away with it. They always seem to find a response. Kyrie. Defended tightly by Van Vliet. Kyrie is doubled. He needs help. He lost it. He got... Oh my goodness! Kyrie, I thought he had lost it for all money. And had this beautiful touch pass to Ben Simmons, who scores off the glass. And now the Raptors have it. 6-point lead. Van Vliet again. Another three! For fuck's sake, Claxton, my guy. We're going to get a timeout. For fuck's sake. So, I just knew that as soon as Siakam goes off, someone's going to carry the load, shoulder the load, and of course it's Van Vliet. He has hit 3 threes. And, or 2 threes, 3 threes. 2 threes. 2 threes, and, it feels like even with all this offense we're getting, we still can't get the stops. And why? Because we keep going under the screen. You've got to fight over that screen. That's Kyrie's assignment. If Kyrie can't get there, Clax, you need to come over and help. You need to contest that 3 because I'm going to be much more favoured if we force Van Vliet to drive where we have more numbers and reinforcements than if you give him a wide open 3. You can't be doing that. Let's have a look at the box score. Kyrie has picked it up. And he's been the high man, I think. 23 points, 6 assists alongside KD. Claxton, 15 and 10. He has picked up the pace in the second half dramatically. Ben Simmons, 6 points, 10 boards, 8 assists, 3 turnovers. But it is a much better showing. And you actually can acknowledge the fact he is on the court in this game. O'Neal has been shit. If we're being quite honest, he is not really... He's been the guy that's been exploited most on defense, and he hasn't made his shots. So both things that you probably need from him, he is not delivering in. And then you can see the contributions on the bench with KD and Patty. And then we've got the Raptors. And, well, you can see here, Siakam's got 34 and 10. And you thought, well, he's gone to the bench. We should be okay. We should be okay. And guess what's happened? Well, you look up here. Okay, well, Siakam's apparently also there. Damn. Man moves like the Flash. Van Vliet, of course, had to start scoring some threes. Had been quiet all game. And he's picked up 2 very timely 3-pointers. Which is just not ideal for our prospects of winning this game. But yeah, so 3-point game. There is a long way to go in this match. But ideally, we start to get these stops because it's been tough. It has been, yeah. We're now making the shots, but it always can't go hand in hand with defense, can it? It always has to be one or the other. And usually that is our pitfall. We can never execute both at the same time. And if we do, we only execute it for short spurts. We are back, though, and it is a 3-point lead for the Nets. And you would think that they are going to pick it up. Extra feed by Royce O'Neal to Claxton. He has been unbelievable. And given they are, well, they're employing the zone, you've got to find the extra man somewhere, and we did perfectly on that possession. Royce O'Neal being the facilitator. Siakam's back in. Good work by Claxton. The help defense was great. They turn it over. KD, Royce. He holds it up. There were no options, and I would much rather he holds it if there's not going to be an option. Kyrie is blitzed. He gets through. Fakes the pass. Oh! And we're going to get shots at the line, but Kyrie is looking very, very dangerous. And Toronto have their hands full. So we got free throws coming up for Kai. Alright, so free throw coming up for Kyrie Irving. And the first is good. And Trent checks back into the game. Go Loco to the bench. So 6-point lead. 7 minutes to play. Kyrie's second free throw coming up. 94-88. He's been exceptional. Probably the Nets' best player. The most consistent performer. He delivered from the beginning. Set the tone, set the standard. And he is now... Well, he's shouldering the load at this point in time. And we're going to get a foul. And it's going to be another fucking foul on Kyrie. 5 fouls on Kyrie. I don't understand how that is a foul and not a moving screen. Or an illegal screen. For fuck's sake. We're going to get a challenge, I think. And this is going to be a challenge. I think I slate Nash so badly for being shit. But if there's one good thing he's done right now, it's calling the challenge. It is vital because he's got 5 fouls, Kyrie, if the foul stands, which means that he's going to have to play conservative. And if he doesn't, and he keeps that same intensity he has been playing with this whole game, he could easily foul out in the next minute or two. And that is crucial to our chances of winning, given we've relied on him. He has been the pioneer, alongside Claxton, of this big run we've gone on. Given we looked pretty down in the dumps at the end of the quarter, but big quarter incoming. Clax's 7 offensive rebounds. It really has felt like he has just dominated. Absolutely dominated this game. Or this half, especially. I think he's just about being the best player on the court. I mean, it's very difficult to go past Kyrie, given his offensive firepower. But if we're talking the more underrated elements of basketball, Claxton has been great. It's an offensive foul. It's going to be our ball. Let's go. So now that is a huge win because we've been successful with the challenge. We've got the ball and Kyrie is still on 4 fouls. So he can be a little bit more aggressive with his defensive coverage. Much needed. Alrighty. And that could be a huge swing in the game because, you know, you're going from the Raptors having an extra possession to us having an extra possession. And down the stretch, that could be vital. Especially vital. So we got Royce O'Neal taking it out from the side. Alrighty. So Nets ball. And Kyrie is getting picked up at practically full court. Which shows the respect the Raptors are giving him for his performance today. Kyrie. Oh my god, the cross. The 3! Oh my goodness, Kyrie. You are on crack. How on earth The cross was nasty enough, but just the swish. Barnes guarded by O'Neal on an island. Claxton comes over to help. Barnes gets through, and he missed it. Great rebound, Royce. Came up big with the stop there. High screen, Clax. Kyrie gets through to the paint. He's off. Anunoby in transition. Good, Royce! That is a huge stop. I thought Anunoby had basically navigated his way through, but Royce with the defensive nous to get a lockup and thus a jump ball. He may not win it, but it is those plays that will get us the win in this game. Just over half a quarter to play. Morris cannot win it. Raptors secure, and now Siakam. Switch. Royce is guarding Siakam on the outside. And now a one-on-one. KD, good help defense. Trent in the corner. Drive. Shoot over the top. Is off. KD with exceptional defense. And now Royce gets it past half court. And now KD will have possession. Clax comes up to set the screen. It is used. Clax rolls all the way! Oh my goodness! Nicholas Claxton. The turnaround has been unbelievable. Siakam to the corner. Van Vliet is hassled. Siakam, KD comes over to help. Barnes under the basket. Scores over Claxton. And that's good defense, but even better offense. I don't know what more I can say. So KD. We've got 5 minutes. We're up 10. Screen arrives by Claxton. Kyrie is also in the vicinity. It's an ISO. KD one-on-one. He shoots over Barnes. It's off. You've got to take it to the paint, KD. We can't be doing this. And Van Vliet. No, for fuck's sake. I knew this was going to happen. The minute you give them a window of opportunity to score, they will capitalize. And Van Vliet has been on fire in this quarter. But KD, you cannot shoot threes. I don't want to see a three-pointer. I want to see a drive to the basket. Kyrie, corner, Morris. Oh my god, that is unbelievably off. And Morris got his own rebound, but he had no time. And now Van Vliet to the paint. Has to roll it back out. Good coverage, O'Neal. 4 minutes to play. Van Vliet to Siakam. On the wing, Morris stays with him. Good help defense. Fucking hell, KD. You've got to know where your man is. And Scotty Barnes with the bucket after he was left alone on the baseline. It's a 5-point game. A small 7-0 run by the Raptors. This game has been a game of runs. And we know that no lead is safe if this game is anything to go by. Kyrie, one-on-one with Barnes. He's got KD who shoots the three. That's off. KD, you're throwing. You are throwing this game. Barnes, kick out to Siakam. Trent wide open three. He has missed it. And we got let off there. Kyrie now. 3 minutes to play. Ben Simmons is getting ready to check in. Presumably for Morris. He's been out on the floor for so long. Kyrie. Oh my god. You've got to drive and kick it. Van Vliet in transition. Missed it. Siakam. Put back. Oh my god. They've dug in defensively. And we every single time cannot cope with this. And of course, it took a 9-0 run for Steve Nash to call a timeout. We still have the lead, but that run was allowed to go on a bit longer than necessary. And now it is ropes. Not great. We look at the box score, and it is now updated. There we go. Siakam hasn't had any impact in this last quarter, but it has been the rest. Van Vliet, Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent's been really quiet. Trying to see what else has been happening. We've just got to stop. We've got to. Every time we get hit with the zone defense, we falter so badly, and it's happening again. You can see the list there of what the Raptors have done. You can see the Nets here. KD needs to stop shooting the ball. I beg. We've got to be smart with this. We've got enough experience on the floor to know when there is the right pass on. And right now, the last couple minutes have been proof that we have not been able to navigate. KD threes are not gonna cut it. I beg you fucking drive to the paint and kick it out. Because I guarantee you the Raptors defense will collapse. The players need to be smart about this. Here we go. Let's see what's drawn up. Get the ball in. Why is Morris in the game? Oh, Ben nearly fucking got the pass intercepted. Kyrie's got it now on the wing. He shoots a three. What are you doing? This is not the play that got us the lead. Siakam one-on-one with Royce O'Neal. It's going to be an offensive foul. 2:19 a play. Royce O'Neal. Right. So Nick Nurse is going to commit the offensive foul. Or, no. Nick Nurse is... That didn't even make any sense. Nick Nurse is going to challenge the offensive foul. That is, simply put, a push-off, an offensive foul. O'Neal had his feet planted outside the restricted area. Mind you, I don't even think you need to be in the restricted area for that. But regardless, that's a big, big play. If that's going to be our ball, that is a big, big play. Alrighty. 197. I just don't understand why would you... Wait, Durant is overrated. I can't believe people thought he was better than Giannis. Well, look. The problem is, Durant, I don't understand why we're up by 12 with 5 minutes to go. Or 5.5 minutes to go. I don't understand why you go away from what got you the lead. Passing and ball movement, pick and rolls, whatever. Every time we get hit with the zone, we shit ourselves. And there's never any ball movement. Ever. KD, I mean, you can look at every possession. Yeah, it's an offensive foul. You look at every possession where the Raptors have been able to, like, close the lead. You look at our offensive sets. They've all been KD ISOs, Kyrie ISOs. All of them have been threes. Settle for driving to the basket. I will be more happy with that than you chucking up threes without any piece of ball movement whatsoever. KD's shot has not been falling tonight. So, voice crack. Why would you opt for something that doesn't work? And by now, you would have thought they'll clock it. They're experienced enough. They should just know. So Ben Simmons, hand off to KD. 10 seconds to shoot. We've got to set up a play here. Offensive foul. Who the fuck did that? Was it Morris? This is our first turnover. And guess who it is? Fucking Morris. What a clown. Where is Claxton? Where is Claxton? I have... Okay, there he is. Fucking took you long enough. It took the Raptors going on a 9-0 run for you to bring in just about your best player in the second half. Why the fuck have you benched him for half the quarter? So Royce on Siakam. Good defense. Anunoby's wide open for three and he knocks it down. And just like that, it's tied up. 12-0 run in 3.5 minutes. Oh, this is going to go down to the wire, isn't it? Kyrie. Screen comes by Claxton. He is doubled. Well defended. Kyrie. Trying to get past Trent. He shoots a 2. And he knocks it down. Mind you, that is probably a terrible shot. But Kyrie is just too good. I'd rather see Kyrie take that shot than KD, given his game today. Trent gets past Simmons and scores. And it stays tied up at 102 with 1 minute 10 to play. Kyrie. Screen arrives by Royce. He gathers it. KD. Why are you shooting? He's got it! He's got it! Oh my life. KD, I hate you, but I love you at the same time. That was a terrible shot, given you missed every single fucking one of those in this quarter. Van Vliet drives on Royce. Oh, that's an unbelievable cross. And he scores. And the lead is now 1. Do not scoff this lead up. A 3 would probably seal it. But I would rather you go for a 2. And just defend the 3-point line for your life. Kyrie. Screen arrives. Don't lose the ball, Kai. Royce. We got 5 seconds. Royce for 3. Dagger. Yes! Come on! Let's go! There's a little bit more time on the clock. There's 14 seconds. 3 milliseconds. But Royce O'Neal with a dagger. I hope. A lot can happen in 14 seconds, but Royce O'Neal has been a non-factor all game. He could not buy a bucket. But in 2 successive possessions, it has been first KD and then Royce, who have been shit on threes all game, that have provided clutch baskets. I didn't think it was going to be Royce O'Neal, but they were giving him the option. They were giving him the 3. He didn't have to shoot it. He had Clax under the basket a little bit more open, but Royce backed in his ability. And we now have 14 seconds to protect a 4-point lead. And this will seal it if we can just hold on. Jesus Christ. If you're enjoying the stream, drop a like. And if you're new, subscribe. We're back here for Nets Mavericks on Thursday/Wednesday next week. No, yes, I think. Or Thursday/Friday next week. We're in the box seat now. And there's been times today I thought this game was going to be ours that we lost. If that makes any sense. We were going to lose this game. And Scotty Barnes is practicing a 3-point attempt from the corner. So potentially they may be looking for that in the corner. Anyway, it's going to come in via Van Vliet. Siakam drives on Durant. Oh! 9 seconds to play. And I thought for a moment that Kevin Durant may have done the inexcusable thing of giving away a 2 and 1. Instead, Siakam was not able to score, and it will be a couple shots at the free throw line. You would have thought with the game he's had today that those shots would just go in via fortune. Free throw is good by Siakam. It's all good and well with us having the lead at this point in time, but we have to get the ball inbounds. Dayron checks into the game for rebounding purposes, I would assume. And I'm interested to see what Siakam does here. Siakam is 5 of 8 from the free throw line. We've got 1 timeout. Toronto do not have a timeout left. Siakam Free throw is off. Get the board, KD. And we've got the ball. And Siakam missed the free throw. He has not been great from that mark. And all we need to do, we weren't in the bonus, so with one timeout left, we can use it if we can't get the ball in. But in theory, this game should be over. All we need to do is get the ball in. Get it? There it is. That should be it. Ooh. Nick Nurse is in the shits. They have called a foul. They didn't have a challenge. They used that at the 2-minute mark. That could have easily been a foul. Let's have a look. Oh, that is a clean tip. They should have actually had the ball. They have been stitched up by themselves. Because they used a foul or a challenge earlier on when it should have not been used. It was a blatant foul. Little did they know that would have counted a hell of a lot more in the dying stages. So KD has been to the line quite a bit. He misses the free throw. Play resumes. And Scotty Barnes threw it down. But the game is over. And the Nets have won their first game of the season. Brilliant vibes. 109-105. We didn't do it easily. But we got the job done. Is Ben playing? I was watching the Hawks game. Yes, he did play. We will go through the box score in just a moment. Great game. Thanks for the emotional commentary. Buona notte. Have a good one. 109-105 is the final score. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. And it was Royce O'Neal coming up clutch, but we'll have a look at the box score if it would actually update. It hasn't for like 10 years. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can actually get it up proper. So needed. We needed to win this game. Alright. I'm just going to find the game and see if it updates. Here we go. Box score time, baby. So you can see the final score. Pascal Siakam was huge. 37, 13, and 11. Shot it efficiently, but the free throws, well, they were a bit of a pitfall for the Raptors. Van Vliet, great second half. Same with Barnes. Trent had a good start and then really fizzled out. And then we'll have a look. Hang on. Anunoby didn't have a great game by his standards. But yeah, and you'll see at the bottom here, that was their bench. Didn't really have much contribution there, but they had 11 threes. They missed 6 free throws, which would have come up clutch at the end. But Kyrie Irving was the main man in the last quarter. He had 13 points to close. If you see the difference between shooting, we only had 3 less shots than the Raptors. That was a problem against the Pels. We had about 16 less shots, but we got it done there. Made a couple extra threes, and by plenty of means. I don't know. They were very huge threes to hit. Those 2 threes, the 2 threes at the end of the game, Royce O'Neal and Kevin Durant, to give us the separation we needed, was vital. And at the free throw line, I thought that was going to cost us, but we got the job done. 13 turnovers, which is an improvement on the other night. The Raptors had more of those, so testament to us in being able to force those. But we have a look. We'll start from the bottom, work our way up. Patty Mills, 10 points off the bench. Joe Harris, only the 17 minutes and 3 points. Didn't have an impact. He will slowly ease into the game, but voice crack again. I'm losing my voice already. So Patty Mills with a plus 15. Morris with the plus 11. Those two were a part of a pretty big run, I do believe. But this is where it happened. There wasn't enough support the other night. The top scorer outside of Durant was 16 for Patty Mills. In this game, Kyrie got 30, got back to his peak form. He played 40 minutes, big night, and had a block as well. I think that was, well, a huge part. That's what got us the win. We were down 79-69 late in the third quarter, and we're able to go on a run. Nick Claxton, Kyrie Irving were the two main guys that led that, but there were a number of vital contributions, and overall team defense is really what got it done. Ben Simmons, 6 points, 10 boards, 8 assists. Isn't the best game, but I do think he offered a hell of a lot more and wasn't a hindrance on the Nets' offense in this game. Royce O'Neal, he had not hit a 3. He'd only hit one of his 6 shots before he hit the dagger 3. Kevin Durant also found it difficult at times tonight, but when it mattered most, he knocked it down, even though I didn't really approve. And then Nick Claxton went to the line a bunch, and in the third quarter was, well, unbelievable. 19 and 11 for your center. And a guy who hasn't really been, well, considered an offensive gun of any sorts. Well, he scored 19, he had 4 blocks, he did it all in this game. So he's probably my under the radar player of the game. But overall, this is a huge win. It was a game of runs. We were down in the second quarter. We had the lead in the first quarter. The Raptors took the lead in the second. We came back at the end of the second. We went on a run early in the third. The Raptors responded with a run of their own. Then we responded with a run of their own, and they came back late. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough. We'll just check the chat before we leave. Nets won't win a playoff game playing like this. I do think they will if they play well defensively. You've got to be engaged defensively. And, I mean, the last quarter, when we went on those runs, beautiful. You know? And I do think that's going to be an underrated part of our team this year. I don't think every game this season we're going to bring defensive intent. We saw that the other night. It's not going to be sustainable for like every single game, but the attitude and the mentality should be there. You should be rocking up every game and playing your best basketball. And I think that's what we did for the most part today. I think there were times defensively we sagged off a little bit, but for the most part, I think we were good. Toronto weren't shit by any means. I do think we also quelled Pascal Siakam's influence in the last quarter. He looked like he was going to have a 45-point game. And mind you, we got close, but he didn't have that same impact in the last quarter. Ben has to shoot more. What the hell was I saying there? Ben has to shoot more. I think, 5 shots isn't great, and I do think he wasn't assertive enough. But the few times he shot the ball, like with a hook shot, or like a push shot or a floater, it didn't look bad. So if he can just offer that, sometimes he will accelerate into the paint and then hold his run and realize what he's doing and then roll it back out and then we start a set. So it sort of takes a few seconds off the clock. But I do think what he did today, it's not going to be his best brand, but I do think it was a step in the right direction. That's probably the best way to put it. He got involved a hell of a lot more, and I do think there's always going to be problems with Ben Simmons, but I think you've got to look at what he's doing right. Voice crack again. What he's doing right, not wrong. So, it was before Kyrie came in that the game changed. The Nets bench got him back in the game. Well, I think more than anyone, it was Nick Claxton. Defensively, was chipping in unbelievably well. And then on the offensive side, he was rim running. He was dribbling the ball himself. He wasn't afraid to take it all the way himself. And he was scoring through contact. He was not afraid to get to the free throw line. Mind you, he was struggling to make those shots at the line. But in the back end of his stint, he was able to score. Which is also all the more puzzling when Nash didn't play him for like 4 or 5 minutes in the last quarter when it really mattered. We were up 12. And we probably needed to put the game beyond doubt. But instead, Nash was like, nah, we won't put on one of our best players in the second half. We'll just let the clock wind down and we'll let them chip away. And so we have a ball game and our win looks better. So, mind you, it was great for some big moments, but I would rather the anxiety not be there than be there. You know? But as soon as Kyrie came back in, we needed someone to take charge with the ball on the offensive end. And given they threw everything at us with that zone defense, you were required to take tough shots and make tough shots. And Kyrie was exceptional at doing that on a number of occasions in this game. That's probably that. I am done here. If you enjoyed the stream, drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Should be good vibes. We're back for Dallas, Brooklyn next week. Memphis and Bucks games will also be on in that time span. So we won't be doing those, but we will be back next weekend-ish for Dallas Nets. And then after that, let me just have a look for Dallas and then the Pacers a couple days after that. So that'll be it from me. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. And that'll be all from me. So have a good one, and we will catch you in a week's time, just under a week's time for Dallas, Brooklyn. Thank you.